Okay. Yeah, keep the sticks rolling. Hey, bitch, I be hunt me and money got tied. She come in steps, but I'm never surprised. I don't know, trust him, they all go for size.
Normally, bro, I'd fist pump you, but
Hey,
you
my
know,
G, my
yeah, it's
G.
it's the it's the digital vibes now, bro. Because of
I,
the
I feel
because of
like
the
I'm back
taxi.
in the COVID era, fit.
Yeah, bro, we're in the COVID era, bro. We're in the COVID era. This is our first time as the Back Three communicating like this, because we like the
Yeah,
vibe of being together, laughing together,
yeah.
having the harmony and the love, shining through. But the situation is the
It is what it is.
situation. We're gonna have to do it like this.
We're back in the sci-fi era.
Yeah, we're back in the sci-fi COVID era. But if it's your first time ever watching us or tuning into us, we are the Back Three, a football podcast that
Oh,
focuses primarily on Premier League football, but we do cover all football in the world. My name is Meech ATW. This is my co-host, the
I'm Louis.
legendary. Yeah, introduce yourself, my bro. You're Louis,
Mm,
Coach Luandofun. Don't forget that.
I'm Coach Luando, Coach Louis, dog. New age to
Yeah,
Mosono, um,
the new
aka Legendary. But yeah, welcome, guys.
AKA welcome. So legend, bro, bro, what have you been doing this off season, bro? Like how you been surviving? Like, almost us we football addicts, bro.
Oh,
What you been
dog,
doing?
dog. I won't lie. Like at first, I was like, okay, I need the rest, yeah, both because I feel like we've consumed like so much football fair to like,
Mm.
obviously, and but
That's like that's but legend, when you say you need the break, that's after like the first 2 weeks, the first
yeah,
two weeks after
the
the
first
last game.
the first 2 weeks or the first 2 weeks or first 3 weeks, wait, it's almost say it's like okay, sure, but after that,
Mm.
then you need to get back into action again, fit. So
But
like
to be to
obviously, there's been like what's this the women's football and
hmm
but also I've been busy with work as well, so.
Yeah, it's also that. Also, I've been seeing you on the socials playing Football Manager. You're gearing up with the formations, legendary.
Oh yeah, sure. I've been playing Football Manager as well for the new. Like
Yeah.
it's hard, but I was managing Wolves. I got sacked. I made a new save with Everton. Obviously, it's still a bit sketchy there, but at least I'm making like mid-table and number 7 and all that. Yeah, well.
Yeah, I must tell like all the homies, leave FIFA. If you're our age, leave
Yeah,
FIFA and play Football Manager. But yeah,
last
bro.
week.
Yeah, but also I must say shout out to the Women's World Cup. We're seeing amazing things there. Shout out to Banyana Banyana. I know we got knocked out, but like this was our
Yeah,
first time as a football nation qualifying for the next round of the World Cup. So shout out to them and Nigeria for making Africa proud, yeah, bro. So shout out to
yeah,
them. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
legend. The season starting on Friday, homie. Are you licking your lips?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Like this preseason has been. I feel like this preseason fit has been weird. At the same time, I feel like football teams came back way too soon, especially teams like City, um, West Ham. Yeah, about those teams that play European finals. I don't know, but I feel
hmm
like this preseason is not like last season, like last year or like the previous 2 years. And I don't mean for Arsenal only. I mean for other teams as well. Like I feel like we're still unfit. I feel like teams are still trying to
Yeah,
gel. Yeah,
do you know what it is as well, bro? We must not forget there was also like the Nation League
yeah, yeah.
the qualify, all of that
You
stuff. That
see,
so like even now the season is gonna, it's just, instead of it being cut down to being shorter, it always becomes
yeah,
longer and longer and longer. Like like what us as football fans, we got like a
mm,
good 2 months of no football, but for
yeah,
the
yeah.
footballers, I think they only got 4 weeks, bro, and then it's preseason again.
Preseason, so I boy play like Declan Rice, the Kevin De Bruyne, they're already getting injuries. Boy, they're unfit because there's too much football that is being played. We came back from a World Cup with December, and then now it's all of a sudden back to
Yeah,
Nations
no,
League, and after straight into like the preseason,
yeah, there's like you said, bro. There's like a lot of football, but Friday is here, legend. Um,
yeah.
we must start our show. So guys, we call this the prediction show as the back three. We talk our talk, talk our smack, talk our confidence and predictions. But before we get into that, we're just gonna cover a little bit about what's been happening in the football world. We're gonna start off with the Middle East, the Saudis, legendary. What's your take on the Saudi league, bro?
Yeah, it's fair to like. Ronaldo went to the Saudi league, and everyone was like, "Nah, it's done." I still feel like it's done, but then I didn't like see this coming. I won't lie. I thought this was like one of those deals where you have Ronaldo going, maybe you have one or two or three players
Mm,
moving, like it's the twilight of their careers. You know? Now you're seeing Ruben Neves at the age of 25, 26, moving to the Saudis. You see the likes of Mane moving to the Saudis, Robert Firmino. Like it's all players that are just past their peak or starting to reach their peak. Yeah, you see, it's not like China where you had Uteves going there. You had like all these
mm.
old guys trying to make the Chinese Super League like big. Yeah, but these guys,
I
the
think,
Saudis, they came in big money. They're going for the players that other leagues are going for as well. Yeah, but so I feel like we should be taking them a bit seriously. I want to see how they're gonna do for the first season. Yeah, but let's give them this season. Let's see how they do
yeah,
because
for
they're already making like a big name for
like
themselves.
like like you say, legendary fair to like even me, I was shocked by the sudden boom, the sudden bomb like
Yeah,
Koulibaly or
yeah,
the Mendy's, the Jota, like you said, Milinkovic, Savic, Brozovic, to mention Jordan Henderson as well. Yeah, I would never imagined Jordan Henderson to go there, but like you can't turn down those wages, bro. You know,
you can't.
you can't turn down those
700K for this.
wages.
700K.
I'm
That's even
telling you,
more than Tevez got
poor
in China because Tevez in China got
dog.
600K. Who Henderson is wearing the number
And
10 jersey and he's getting 700K.
And bro, with this Saudi league, it doesn't look like a thing that's going to be like a China league. The government there, bro, is supporting it, like giving billions to
Yeah,
the football sector, So just to, but all
yeah, yeah.
I like that, because I don't know like the commentators and the analysts, over in Europe are seeing this league as a threat, but like as a global football fan base, we mustn't see it as a threat. But for me personally, I see it as growing the sport in a region that needs football to be grown. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Maybe then you have like
yeah.
kids also playing it and stuff like that. Yeah, bro.
Because now you
So
see
that's what
they,
I
they
think.
even hired they even hired the former sporting
Your
director
boy
of Chelsea.
Salzburg.
No, no, no,
Mm,
no,
mm.
the guy from Chelsea. Emenalo,
Emenalo, Michael Emenalo.
yeah, yeah, they signed him as the sporting director of the whole league. And that guy, like, I feel like he's gonna do like a good job in that league. But now they've taken
The,
my
the,
boy from Salzburg, dog. Yeah, it's just that coach. Like Peter didn't expect him to move like so soon to Saudis, but then I can't blame him for the like oil money.
but the funniest thing that I find very hilarious about the Saudi League legend before we cap it off is that like
Yeah,
the football body, chooses where the players
mm,
go to. You understand? So it's like, no, okay,
yeah,
we as a league buy Benzema, but he's not gonna go play with Ronaldo. He's gonna play for another franchise.
yeah,
That's the,
yeah. And
that's the,
it's almost like you draft Kubo, like they just
yeah, it's like an NBA
picking
of
like
sort.
the superstars number one draft picks, yeah, boy, and just sending them to teams, and it helps them when they have like one owner being in charge of four teams, yeah, boy, and it's the Newcastle owner, yeah, boy. So he's in charge
Mm.
of like the four big teams from the Saudis. So he like coordinates everything. Okay, Benzema, you go
Legend,
there.
but we must watch what's happening with Newcastle and the Saudis.
Hey,
We must have
hey,
a
dude.
lens there.
I think something's gonna happen soon now, Profit. I promise you, dog.
Yeah, yeah,
But
because hey,
but I have nothing else to say. But welcome to football for them, Fit. Like
yeah,
can't hate,
welcome to
dog.
football. Welcome to football for them, bro. And also, Faith, we heard rumors of since now we're gonna move to another topic in the transfers. We did hear rumors of Kylian Mbappe being offered like a
Yeah,
bit, I don't know, was it 1 million a week to go and for one
yeah,
year to go play? And he said, no, bro. What's your situation like with Kylian Mbappe? But let's just remind the fans what's happening. So Kylian Mbappe, né,
mm,
told PSG he wants to leave. He's not gonna sign an extension, like a year extension or 2 year extension, I think. He wants to leave, and he only has one team he wants to go to. We don't need to mention that team. I think we all know what team it is, yeah,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But now PSG is like, if you're not gonna extend, we're gonna have to sell you because we want to still make a profit or make
Mm.
a sale from you. But Mbappe knows, but he knows the fact that teams can't afford him right now, or the team that he wants to go to can't really afford him for the price
Yeah,
that
yeah.
PSG will want. So he wants to wait a year. So what's your take now? Do you think he must stay in exile, in PSG exile legend, or
Yeah.
what?
You see that the problem is with these players, dog. Like they want to leave, and then the owners of the team come up to them and be like, okay, so listen up, sign this contract extension. We'll let you leave at the end of the season. We promise you, you'll get your move to whatever team you want to go to. We'll let you go. And then these players, they signed the contract for it. Like for example, Mbappe, they gave him the keys to the project. Mbappe, basically, he was the GM of the whole project. Yabo. He signed a
Mm,
new contract, promised him, okay, you're gonna leave. Now look what's going on now. The guy is left with 1 year. If he chooses to go to or to stay with PSG, that means now he doesn't play. He barely plays. Or he'll have to like
mm,
pull up his socks and just continue doing what he has to do. Yabo. But then PSG won't let him play if he won't sign the contract extension. Because should he
yeah.
stay, that means he gets his bonus. And then it also means now um, next year he gets to leave on a free. So imagine they buy Mbappe for like 190 odd, yabo, and then they let him go for free at the end of the season. That's a big win for Real Madrid and a big loss for PSG. If you do like
Yeah, it's a big
honestly,
loss for P.
I don't know how
It's also
PSG come out as the winners here.
yeah, like I think PSG just need to set their price because obviously they're not going to get 200 million that maybe that they
Never,
want
Fred.
to get in the normal
Never.
world. They'll never get like the team will just say, bro, this guy's in his last year, bro. We're going to cover his
Mm,
wages, but like we can't be paying another extra 100 million plus for a player that's
yeah.
gonna wants to leave and is on his last year. So
Mm.
like PSG, bro, are losers no matter what they look at
No
this. But
matter what.
I feel like I feel like PSG, bro, they need to learn from this, bro. Like, because first was Messi, Messi left on a free as well. Didn't extend his contract. They also signed guys like Ramos who were like, and we knew that Ramos was just there for the
Mm,
fun, for being in
yeah.
Paris. Then
Yeah.
there's also Neymar now who wants to leave. Yeah, bro. Now there's Kylian Mbappe. That's the front three. This whole
So
project
Paranthropy.
PSG. Like superstars. Like you see what they're doing now. I don't really hate on it because it's something that they must do. Like they must buy young players, buy players that
Mm,
want to improve with the club. Obviously PSG is PSG. It's like a fashion club or like a club,
yeah.
commercial club. But like don't be buying a player that is gonna be seen as bigger than the club again. Buy a player
Yeah.
that's, wants to grow with
As
the club.
I think I said this like in the last season, one of the episodes, that PSG they just have to do what Bayern needs to do. Buy all
Mo-
the best talent in France.
Monopolize, yeah,
Up,
bro.
pile them up, like say, and just dominate straight up and build with them because those kids will care more about PSG than your Neymars, your Messis, your Sergio Ramos, and them all. I
True.
can see Marquinhos is still there. Looks like Marquinhos might even retire at the club if he doesn't get the Saudi move next season, at the end
Oh,
of next season.
yeah, yeah, Marquinhos. Yeah, you're the captain, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Verratti might even leave as well. But I think they should scrap this whole superstar trying to build a
And al-
Galactico
and
type of.
also, bro, like it's not like if PSG lose the league, it's just a once off basically, and then
So
they
once
can
of
rebuild again. So
yeah,
they
yeah,
can
bro.
rebuild again.
So I think they can bite the bullet for this one because they're gonna beat 95% of the team anyway. Yeah, bro. So they
Mm.
can afford to have the youngsters playing even Mbappe's brother. I think he can
Y-
afford to even play
They
thingy
have they
for
they
the
have
first team.
good talent. They have good young talent there, bro. Like I just forget the friend.
The,
I think
the
Zaire something. They've got
Emery,
that kid there.
yeah,
Yeah, him. They've got him.
they
They've
signed
got
Xavi Simons back as well.
But he's on
Yeah,
loan now to Leipzig, yeah, bro. But
not
like
to
they've also
Leipzig,
got
yes, yes. My
yeah,
apologies. Yeah,
they've got the Korean kid. I forget. I think it's Chang Lee.
Kang Lee.
So they can do something, bro. They can do something and they've got a good coach in Enrique. I know he didn't have the best spell with Spain,
Yeah,
but he's still a good manager and coach.
yeah,
Got a good
yeah.
sporting director. So now it's just time to build a team maybe in Enrique's image and the sporting director's
Mm.
image. But
But
now
to be honest,
going,
with that before
yeah.
end of year, to be honest, I'm tired of this Mbappe story, dude. I just want to see it come to an end. It's either he stays at PSG and signs the contract and and does his work, or PSG just says, okay, Madrid, you want Mbappe, give us 150 more, and then it's yours. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
because even for Mbappe, bro, like because other like also like club presidents and CEOs are looking at him and like, but you also like a prima donna now, yeah, well, you want to
Yeah,
be a global
yeah,
superstar. So like people look at this and they don't forget, bruh. And it's so other clubs you can't move like how you're moving at PSG. You just like it to be
you
at
can't,
PSG.
dog. You can't.
Otherwise, you'll be sent to the underground training with the under 21s
Constantly,
and all this stuff.
they've already been sent to the underground or to training with
Yeah.
the old group of Draxler, the Van Eldens, and them.
Your
Yeah, bro.
boys there, your boys
Hey,
there.
dog, dog, hey.
But
But okay, it is what
but
it is.
legend, bro, like a situation which is like a player wants to move as well, but like
Yeah.
or we don't even, with Harry Kane, bro. I don't even know if Harry Kane wants to move because he's not doing things of a player that wants to move. Like
Mm,
sometimes you hand in a transfer request, you miss
yeah.
training, you're still on vacation. So with Harry Kane, bro. I think it's a different situation because he loves Spurs. He's a Spurs boy, yeah,
Yeah.
bro, through and
Mm,
through. So like I'm seeing now that Daniel Levy rejected Bayern's latest offer and he set a deadline for them. They set a deadline for him. He missed a deadline. Now they now he's setting a deadline and saying complete this transfer by I think Friday or Thursday because
Friday.
our league is starting, yeah, bro.
Mm,
But like, I think, bro, Harry Kane is going to stay at Spurs, and when he stays at Spurs this season, he's going to end up signing a new deal because he's going to be a club captain. He's going to be club captain because Lloris is probably going to leave, and he also wants to
mm,
break that Premier League record. And also, when you look at where he can go to. Bayern's gonna sign another player most if they
so,
don't get him.
yeah, yeah.
United's got a young striker now. City's already got a what's name. Newcastle
Mm,
have got Isak, but maybe they'll want to upgrade. So there might not be options for him to actually go to. What do you make of this Harry Kane situation, Jose?
uh, Kane, another player who made his bed and has to lie in it. Yeah, bro. You
Mm,
sign a contract, you sign a death row contract, 6 years, and you think Danny Levy is just gonna let you go just like that, dog. Um, he has 1 year left, right?
yeah, it's got 1 year left, and then next year's a
So
free eight.
with
No,
Danny Levy,
yeah,
can't
it's got
expect
yeah.
with Danny Levy, can't expect teams to pay 150 mil for a 30-year-old Harry Kane who has 1 year left. Okay, I understand 85, maybe 90 feet because of what Harry Kane
Mm,
brings to a team, how many goals he can score, how many matches he can win you, yeah, bro. But then fair to like Harry Kane only has himself to blame. He only has himself and his manager to blame actually. I mean his agent. Yeah, bro. You know your team, your superstars are leading teams to win big trophies for him. Modric left, he will win Champions League. Bale left, you want to go win as well. Everyone's leaving Spurs to go win, and you want to stay there. I get
Kyle,
you want to break
Kyle
Kyle
Walker left
Walker.
as well.
Kyle Walker. I get you want to break the Premier League record and all of that, but come on, dog. Like at the end of the day, they're gonna ask you where are your medals? Your kids will grow up and ask dad, what did you win? Yeah, bro. What did you win? FA Cup, nyana, Carabao Cup, nothing. Yeah, bro. Yes, you're the top goal scorer of the Premier League. Look at Shearer. He broke the Premier League record and he won a title. He can at least go to his kids and say, hey, look, I have a Premier League medal. Yeah, bro.
Mm,
But I also think Kane will stay fit. I think he will
yeah,
stay.
me too.
And
I think he will stay.
I think he'll sign the contract and I have a feeling he'll go to United next season. After the season now.
Wait, you're saying how? But you're saying he's gonna sign a new deal or he's not gonna sign a new deal?
He's gonna sign a new deal so that he doesn't leave on the free. Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
okay, so that they let him go.
Some
Like,
some
okay.
type of deal, but okay, now look here, I've been here and I'm signing a new contract, so you guys get some type of money, yeah, bro, for the deal, yeah, bro. But
Legendary,
I really feel
Pedro.
like he's got United.
Pedro, I just think Kane is gonna stay at Spurs and sign a new deal. That's gonna be like a 400K a week, a Spurs record, not
Yeah,
the Premier League record, but a Spurs record, and I think he's gonna
yeah.
stay there. I think he's made his bed and he's gonna like, cause he could have moved to Man City if he really, it, bro, you guaranteed
Guaranteed,
at least
guaranteed,
you
Kondi,
you
guaranteed
guaranteed
trophies.
a you
Look,
guaranteed even on the last day, legendary, because Dortmund's gonna mess it up. You guarantee that you
like
guaranteed
you guaranteed the league title, you guaranteed the 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 the, the
Super
League
Cup
Cup,
there.
Super Cup,
Yeah,
you guaranteed the semi-final spot in the Champions League for him. Like, what would you
this
want
guy,
for
bro.
him? But
This
hey,
guy.
hey,
But also other young transfers I'm seeing Harry Maguire like United and West Ham are agreeing a deal. So I'm saying,
Yeah,
hey, yeah, it didn't work out, bro. It didn't work out so good. Like he can leave, bro, with my
I
blessing. It
think
didn't
it's
work out. I'm
time.
not gonna. Yeah, just it's time, bro. And also fair to, David Moyes is not the is not we did David Moyes deserve more time, legendary. He's not the
We keep
worst
on asking
manager,
this,
Fed.
dog.
He's
And
not. He's not the.
shout out to Moyes for winning the Conference League title.
Yeah,
Like
shout out to
that's
him. Shout
huge,
out to
dog.
him.
That's huge, and it's huge for West Ham
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, so it's like he's not the worst of managers, bro. And I feel like with with the style of football we were trying to play under Ten Hag, it doesn't match Harry Maguire for real. I think it's just like it might be too quick for him as well. So with West
Mm,
Ham, you can just play that like it's not Brexit football like oh Brexit, but it's still like
yeah,
you cross that ball, but the end goal is to cross that that ball, get it
and
into the
and
net, you know.
and funny enough, I feel like on the ball, Harry Maguire is actually quite decent.
He's not
I
bad, bro.
just
He's not bad.
I just feel like it's the basics of defending that cost him last season or the past 2 seasons. I think the basics it. I don't know if it's the system plus the basics of defending, or like I don't know if it, but the guy
Bro,
keeps
I just,
on
I just,
costing mistakes.
I just think because of what, like playing at Old Trafford, Brian, you make a mistake
Mm,
and then you make it continuously, and you're the captain. It
yeah,
got into
yeah.
his head. It's psychological.
Mm,
So I just feel like a new environment might be good for him as well, bro. So also,
yeah.
I also want to shout out to Dele Ali as well, legendary. Before we move on, shout out Dele Ali for giving the
Mm,
interview that he gave. I mean,
yeah,
it
yeah,
highlights a lot of what happens in a footballer's life, and we as fans can
yeah.
also see what we see. I mean, we can diss a player, but like, let's not. We can call them the new age Daily Alis like we did, but like, let's not
You
break.
know,
Let's not like now.
I should feel bad, dog. I feel
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
about it, dog.
I knew
I
you'd
won't
feel
lie.
bad, but, no, but like, I'm just saying, like, things. Let's not cross the line and speak about like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the, the
definitely.
SOBs and stuff like that, which is not
Yeah,
good, bro. Which is not good.
yeah, yeah, definitely
But
did.
let's get into the crux of the crux of the show, legendary. The
Yeah,
crux of the
dog. Yeah,
show,
yeah,
bro. The
yeah.
crux of the show. So we've like it's a prediction show. It's the curtain raiser. It's a back three curtain raiser show, my
Yeah.
dog. So like, bro, the first question we wanted to ask each other, bro, is like which three managers do you
Mm.
think have got a point to prove this season, bro?
I'll go quick with without wasting any time. First one, it has to be the Don Mikel. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like all eyes will be on him this season. I feel like he has to do something this season. We can't afford to sacrifice the Carabao Cups. We can't afford to sacrifice the FA Cups. We need a cup now. We need something for the project. Yes, I know we just won the English Super Cup. So
You're not calling it the Community Shield. You're calling it a Super Cup.
it's a Super Cup, dog. Yeah, bro. Bro.
Yeah.
So I feel like he has to like last season we came second. We all know what happened at the end of the season. We lost out in the last. I
So
think
legendary,
the last five games.
do you admit that do you finally admit that you bottled with my dog?
No, we didn't bottom the league, dog. I still say we didn't bottom the league. How do we
Okay,
bottom
nah.
something that we were not meant to win at the end, at the start, yeah, bro? But
I'm just I'm
anyway,
just I'm just I'm just asking my dog. I needed to ask. Okay, and
nah,
then
nah.
was
But yeah, dog, I think Mikel, he has a lot to prove. He has got his number one targets this time. He got Declan
hmm
Rice, he got Timber, he got in Harvard, yeah, bro. So he has to do something. He has to like at least take the title race to
trophy
the
step.
last
Yeah.
day to day 38 of the league, yeah, bro, to match day 38 of the league of the season, and also win one of the cups, whether it's a Carabao Cup, whether it's FA Cup or the Champions League. You never know, fit, but you have to do something, fit, yeah, bro. Should I
Aye.
go through
hmm
the whole list of what?
Okay, let me give you my take as well. Yeah, bro. So for me, like for my number one manager, like that's got the most to prove this season is Jurgen Klopp, right? Because,
Yeah,
and I say this fair to because he missed out on top four, having everyone was thinking Liverpool is going to be the team that challenges Man City last
yeah,
season, yeah, bro.
mm,
And also for Liverpool, a club of their size, and for Jurgen Klopp to miss out on Champions League again,
yeah,
he might be turning into a Mourinho in real time. For you understand what I'm trying to say? So
yeah,
he's got and also with and also he's like in Liverpool now in a rebuild stage. We've never seen Jurgen Klopp do a rebuild in his
Yeah.
tenure. It's always been okay. He built the team.
Yeah.
Then they sucked. Then he left that team, took a break. Then he went to another team, which is Liverpool. But we've never
Yeah.
seen him have to rebuild a team like say Arsene Wenger had to in the past, or Ferguson had to in the past, and come
Yeah.
back and rise from the ashes. So that's why I feel like he's got a lot to prove this season because if they miss out on Champions League again, bruh, we might find
Really,
a thing where Liverpool go back to those days of Kenny Dalglish when we know the Kenny Dalglish and the Roy Hodgsons. Then they can't
yeah.
attract players again, bro. And
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
then Mo Salah will have to look in the mirror and say, I don't want to stay here. I want to leave. So that's why.
Mm.
So for me, Jurgen Klopp is the number one manager with a point to prove. What
Can
about
I
you,
ask you
bro?
something quickly about that?
Yeah, legend.
I know it's not about Jurgen Klopp, but it's about Liverpool. Why do you think Salah is still staying at Liverpool? For like Jay, like quick.
I okay. I think Salah's still staying at Liverpool because first of all, he's still got a big contract. Yeah, but a
Mm.
lot with like he's still got a couple of years left. Also, maybe a team that he wants to go to, he's got no space there. Yeah, well, maybe like a Madrid,
Yeah.
they've got the young Rodrigos. If he wanted to cross a border in the Premier League, go to Man City, they've got maybe okay. Now they don't have Mahrez, but like they're not going to be spending 400k a week or 500k a week for
Yeah.
Salah. Saudi hasn't materialized just yet. He's still
Yeah.
at his prime as well, so that's why he's still at Pool, yeah, bro. And also he's the guy at Pool. So if they come back, it's because of
Mm.
it's like he's also driving Pool to the top, yeah, bro. So I think that's why he hasn't left just
Because
yet, bro.
wait to for me, I feel like yeah, Jurgen Klopp. Because by the way, I also have him like second in my list as well. I feel like Jurgen Klopp is turning into Arsene Wenger slowly.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like
Yeah, boy,
because
turning to an Arsene
because
Wenger slowly, fit like the latter years of Arsene Wenger. Yeah, well, being
mm,
stubborn, stuck in your own ways, not looking for plan B or anything like that. I guess his plan B now is playing
But
with
also fair
Ukraine.
to as much as I made fun of Wenger for like finishing fourth, they were trying to make top four. We must also realize these guys, ne, are the stalwarts for the club or the
Yeah, yeah,
representation of the club. So
yeah,
sometimes the owner or the sporting director or the CEO will say, "Dog, we just simply don't have the budget to be competing with the Man
mm,
City, Arsenal,
yeah,
United, because pool's sustainable. They don't really go and splash. Okay, they did in the past, but they don't really they haven't done it post that time, yeah, boy. So
mm,
so like for Jurgen Klopp to say, I want to go buy the best talent, he already knows now I must go and compete with like a Man United who still has the cash, Arsenal, Newcastle,
yeah, yeah.
Saudi League now, PSG, yeah, but so
Mm,
he must go and like find those players and more like last season it didn't work out like in terms of
yeah,
like finding them. So like now when you say he's turning into Wenger, I agree with you fully, bro. That's what I'm saying, he's got a point to prove, bro.
yeah, well, because like now, fit to is FSG is not okay. Yeah, he's getting his players. He got in Nunes, he got in McAllister, he got in Sobol. What's his name?
So boss lie, I
Soboslai.
think yeah.
Soboslai. Yeah. But now the thing is, yeah, sure, he's rebuilding his midfield, but he has to rebuild the back as well now, because now his
Mm.
defense is leaking in goals,
It's
especially
like
now this
it's like fair to like like they say, bro, we've got a set budget. Like, are you gonna
Mm.
use it for your midfield? You're gonna have to sacrifice one thing,
Yeah, yeah.
defenders. Then he
Mm.
sees, okay, I still have Robertson, who's aging. I still have Trent, who's got his deficiencies in defending, but I'll still
Yeah.
stick with him because I want to rebuild my midfield,
Yeah.
which needs like a rebuild.
I
So
just
yeah,
feel
I
like
think
I
yeah.
just feel like he's gonna he has to reach a point where he feels like okay, I've done all I can at Liverpool. Um, what more can I achieve now? Because now other teams are getting more stronger. Other teams are getting more backed by their owners. Newcastle's coming up, Brighton's coming up, Chelsea, United,
Villa,
also
Villa.
Villa, Aston Villa as well. Shout out to Emery. Yeah, well, so he's gonna feel like okay, I'm a big team. I've won you guys the Champions League. I've won you guys the Premier League, the first one in 30 years. I won you guys a domestic double last year, but I'm not really getting the backing that I really need, yeah, bro. So I
Mm.
feel like I think he has to give it this season. If he doesn't perform, if he doesn't make top four, out. He has to.
Yeah, he has to be
He
he
has
has
to.
to because I think they might keep him, but I think also he must in his head. What about my legacy as a manager? Like
Exactly.
Arsene Wenger, he did it all. He didn't have
Yeah,
the Champions League,
but
but
he
maybe
suffered.
maybe he could have had the Champions League had he gone to another team. And there were offers, bro,
Yeah,
Barcelona, the
mm,
Madrid.
yeah,
But he chose to stay because he loves the club. So,
yeah,
Legend, I'm not gonna ask you about your number two because you
yeah.
said Klopp was your number two. So
Mm,
I feel like after Klopp, bro, I feel like there's a bit of pressure on Pochettino, fair too, right?
mm.
Um,
You
it's
think
a
so?
bit, yeah, there's a bit of pressure on him. J because of the way he left the Premier League, yeah, well, as well at Spurs, like
Ah,
he didn't leave with like he didn't leave in the best ways. He was fired. Spurs weren't doing very well. He's like don't get me wrong. Pochettino to Chelsea is a perfect is a good appointment if they back
mm,
him and they support him and they let him manage the team in his
yeah,
image. Yeah, well, no interference. But like he's got a point to prove that I can still manage in the best league in the world and achieve the targets that my fan base wants me to achieve. Because
yeah.
no matter like Chelsea might have bought like 10 kids, might be a new RB Leipzig, but there are still targets that are meant to the minimum for maybe their fan base is Champions League, yeah, bro.
Mm,
Or maybe
mm,
I don't know, top six, yeah, but
yeah,
he's got a point to prove. And also fair to remember, Pochettino is not moving from he's not moving to Chelsea without a history because I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if he loses a couple of games, they're going to turn him and they're going to turn on him and call him Spurs smug because of the history that he
yeah.
has with Spurs. So
Definitely,
I feel
yeah.
like he's got a point to prove as well. Preseason was nice; they love him now, but if it gets rocky, if it gets rocky, you know, you know how that fan base turns, bro. They turn
RB
toxic, bro.
Chelsea. I think that's
Yeah,
I think that's the new name, RB Chelsea.
I'll
Um,
be chill. Yeah.
Pochettino, yeah, he has a lot to prove. It. He has a lot to prove. I think you're right, Fit, because the way he left from England, obviously everyone knows he made the Champions League final. They lost it. Um, didn't win anything with Spurs. Yes, they play some good football, young players. But then again, they'll ask you, what did you win? Yeah, well, as a
Hmm.
manager. So the manager is not like it's not like players where you can just stay at one club for the love of it because you're being loved. Even if you don't win anything, you just love the fact that you're playing well at this club and you're going to be a legend at this club. Managers can't afford that. Yeah, bro. They have to start
Hmm.
winning. They have to start winning medals for the cups for the team as well. Yeah, bro. And he went to PSG. Did he win anything? PSG, the
Yeah,
league.
he
Did he
won
win
the
it?
league. He won the league and a trophy, but
And
like he didn't have the best time there because of the player power. With PSG, fair
yeah,
too. I
yeah,
don't really judge a manager really for like not winning the Champions League like they want.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just too much of a
So
mess there. So I don't really
I,
count his
I,
time as PSG
I
as
feel
such a
like
big thing.
he has more of a legacy in England. Everyone in
Yeah,
England
then.
knows what Pochettino can give. Yeah, bro. Now it's all about just working on those combinations at Chelsea, making sure you don't get beat. You have to be tight at the back. At least Thiago Silva has stayed. Yeah, bro. I thought he was gonna bounce
Yeah.
as well. So I feel like Thiago will be the rock that Pochettino needs. I think the communication between him and Pochettino, Thiago and Pochettino, it's going to be very vital for it because I feel like Thiago can galvanize the whole squad as the senior statesman of the team, you know, and
He's like the only one, him and Sterling, bro. Like the only
yeah,
old guys.
Sterling is the oldest player. That says it all, Fit, yeah, with all those young
Yeah.
players, and I feel like experience is going to be what will determine how Pochettino does this season.
Yeah, yeah. And then who do you have as maybe as a third pick? Or can you might not have one?
Nah, I have the guy Ten Hag,
Mm-hmm.
Ten
Let's
Hag.
let's hear why, bro.
Um, right. Last year it was City versus Arsenal, right? For the league title.
Yeah.
Ten Hag first year in the job, rebuilding, had to get out all the bad apples, Ronaldo. I feel like he's still doing that at the moment as well. I'm not saying he should go out there and win the league. No, I feel like the second year of his rebuild, at least he's starting to get the few players that he wants now. Mason Mount he
He
got
got he got them all on time and early in.
on time exactly. Mason Mount, Hojlund, yes he's injured now, but he's the number one target for Ten Hag. He's getting rid of he got
Onana.
rid of Ronaldo. he got Onana, yes, you're right. Getting rid of Maguire, yeah, bro.
De
So I
Gea
feel
as
like,
well, legendary.
and I feel like it's similar to what Arteta did at Arsenal, the FA Cup voting time, you know, and I feel like this Carabao, as much as we banter Carabao Cup and all of that, I feel like it's going to give him time to do what he has to
Mm.
do. Yeah, bro. Because now at least he's getting the players that he wants and he's getting rid of the players that are not right for his philosophy. Yeah, bro. And I feel like he has to do better than last season. No matter what,
Yeah, which
he has to do
so
better than third or
I,
what?
I,
Not better than third, but be in the title race at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
I do agree with you because I was looking at you sideways about why, but like you're right in a sense where he's got to close the gap between the two clubs to finish
Yeah,
above him last
yeah.
season. Close the gap, do well in the Champions League because you were back, bro. We spent like close
Mm,
to 200 million this window,
yep.
so I do agree with you. So we can't rest our laurels on just being a top four club. We must
Mm.
close the gap. Try because I mean, bro, City just won the treble last season, bro. That's next door to us, bitch. They're having a
Dog.
party next door. We're not invited. You know?
You're not invited, police.
You're not
And
invited,
just
bro.
seriously, like, we can't have City winning four in a row, shit.
The
Nah,
problem, the
dog.
problem, the problem with me wanting City to win last season is because of you, Fit. It's
I
only because
know,
of you.
which is doesn't make sense because look now,
So,
dog.
so no, I'm saying I must do it myself. Then you understand what I'm trying to say? I must go in that party myself. I can't. Yo, if Arsenal won the league, bro, it wouldn't have. I just want to make the fans understand. It wouldn't have ended. Like City won the treble. Like I think
Quiet.
I forgot. I'm forgot. I even forgot they won the treble. But if Arsenal will wake up every day, good morning as the league winners, legend all the time, bro.
Every week, every
You
week,
know,
my nigga. Every week. Yeah,
yeah.
I won't lie.
So
It's like that 1 year when we won the first FA Cup 2014 after that 8 year or 9 year drought of not winning anything. Yo, that thing carried on till the next season. Dog. I was like, experience.
legendary,
Because we only,
legendary, legendary, legendary. I don't know whether we count the what you calling it now, the English Super Cup as a trophy, but as a major trophy because the Carabao Cup counts as a major trophy. I saw your trophy draw. It's 1,000 days legendary. I'm watching you.
what?
Your the days. It's over now. It's on you now, bro. It's on
Is it a
you
thousand
now.
days?
It's a
Is it a
thousand
thousand days?
days. You have to. That's what. So I like the fact that it's 1,000 days. Arsenal are trophyless. So it's. I like the fact that you said Arteta must win something to sort of like put the bed or kind of make the fan base sleep
Yeah,
nicely at
yeah.
night. Yeah, well, basically because it's like now we want to see because Arsenal play good football, bruh. They finished second,
Mm,
which is what no one expected last season. Yeah, well,
yeah.
in the wildest dreams. But like now it's like okay, let's put like some silverware on like the what's this what the trophy cabinet just to say
Trophy Cup.
we've won some things, yeah, boy. To
Okay.
just to show.
English Super Cup trophy number one. Tick. The tool.
Yeah. So now,
Nothing. Nothing. Tick. We're moving.
oh, you're saying you're moving on, yeah,
We
bro.
move.
I won't hold you when you say 10 because that's a good
Yeah, yeah.
shout, yeah, boy.
But
But like
otherwise,
for me also,
also people mustn't expect or they shouldn't think Uchenhag is this type of um, manager that plays pep football. I think it's far from a pep music. Yes, like the principles are are similar, but I feel like Uchenhag is more of a Funkao type. If you
mm,
get me, yeah, bro.
no,
He really
no,
reminds me of
definitely,
Funkao Uchenhag.
no,
Like a
definitely, bro. Cause like
counter attack football is United heritage. Yeah, bro.
fair to, and also people think people think we're gonna, as United, we're gonna sit back and be compact and allow other teams to play. Counter-attacking football doesn't really mean that, bro. It means like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
We're gonna when we play our best, it will be on the transition. So like we when the game dictation, we're gonna
Mm,
allow the team to have a spell so that we can counter press them, win the balls in great
yeah,
areas, and then attack, kill them. And when we
yeah.
kill them hard. They were like, "What the hell just happened?" You know. But it doesn't mean we're not gonna have a good spells of position in the game. Because imagine now we're thinking we're gonna play transition or counter attack football against Luton at home, bro. What the what, what is that, bro? Like I'm just like, bro,
Respectfully,
relax.
respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. Shout out. I'm looking forward to seeing Luton Stadium. Shout out to them, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But Onan, I'm
yeah,
watching Onan, eh?
yeah, hey
I'm
dog.
watching. I'm
I'm not
watching.
gonna, I'm not gonna. Some of the decisions that were made, like signing wise, Onana wasn't
Mm,
like my first choice as a fan because I know his
yeah.
deficiencies. I do watch Serie A football because like near post, bro, he just looks around like, oh, like if it goes in, he's like, okay. So he wasn't my first choice, but Like for 10 hours football, he knows him. Yeah, boy, it was a decent price for the footballers, but like it's fine. I'm not gonna be crying about it a lot. But yeah, my third choice for a manager that's got a lot to prove this season. Um, it's it's David Moyes, bruh, because West Ham didn't finish well last season. The Conference League, bro, was the thing that blossomed and made their season
Yeah,
shine
yeah.
because it was I don't know how many years they were waiting for a trophy. Yeah, well, so like they got a trophy before Spurs, but they didn't finish very well, and they've got like a sporting director now who was like a big guy at
Mm.
Leverkusen, and you know what that means, legend. They gearing up for like a change of sort now. You know they might want to
Yeah,
get like
you slowly, Fate,
your
slowly.
favorite managers. You know they want to
Yeah.
because now he's also clashing now with you can see like Moyes is with Maguire. I think he won that battle
Mm.
of getting centre back in because he wanted Jonathan Tah from Leverkusen, which he might have known,
Yeah.
yeah, bro. And like he's
Mm.
getting Ward-Prowse. So I think Moyes is winning this battle with the players that he wants
Yeah.
because those are Moyes players. You can just hear
You
Ward-Prowse,
know,
Maguire,
Moyes
McTominay.
loves his British players, Fate.
Yeah, McTominay. Sorry, McTominay. You could just hear, but slowly but surely, you can see they want to phase him out, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They want to
Yeah.
phase him out and bring in a more fashionable
Modern.
manager for the London Stadium, which is a nice stadium as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's got a lot to prove because like I was looking at it. I don't know. I think they're playing Bournemouth. They're playing Bournemouth at the first game away from home.
Mm.
And Bournemouth fair to now. We thought they were going to get relegated, but they're consolidating nicely. They're getting a couple of players in there that look like they're Premier League players, yeah, bro, or Premier League
Mm.
quality players, yeah, bro. So like, what if he loses the couple of the first games? Then it's gonna be like tick tock, yeah, bro. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of managers that are available, bro.
And also, Fate is not really getting his targets because now teams know that West Ham has lots of money. Begumna,
Yeah,
it was good when they were making us pay 105 million for taking a rise and bragging about how they made us pay so much money for their midfielder. And now teams know that Moyes, you have money for him. If you want this player, fork
yeah.
out the money. Yeah, bro. And now
Cause
look,
normally,
Lucas Paqueta is wanted by City. You understand? And it might look scary for Nancy West Ham.
yeah, because normally West Ham will buy in the 20 million, 30 million range, but now you can see Maguire's probably going to be 35, 30 million.
Yeah. Same
Ward-Prowse,
applies for Jalen Hook.
so so now they have to spend the money that they got from Declan Rice, you understand?
Mm.
So yeah, Legend. So Legend, bro, do you want to do your top six prediction right now, or maybe just wait until? I think we just let's do it right now, Fitz. Let's do it
Let's
right
do it,
now.
kid. Let's get into it,
Yeah.
dog. Let's get into it.
I think since you gave me your first pick, do you want to go from the bottom or the top? I
Let's
think the
go
top, ne?
top.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
go.
it
You
pains me
think
to
so?
say this. Yeah, no, I'll give it the first pick. It pains me to say
Okay,
this,
so
ne? It pains me to say this, but I still feel like the quality that they have, and also for how long the season is and what happens in the season, because we've learned. I think you also saw that a season is not like a sprint or it's till May or whatever.
yeah.
Then it's a party. It's like how they do it. I mean, okay, they've lost Gundogan, so I actually do want to see how, and they've lost Mahrez, who was pivotal players
Mm.
in their system and their philosophy. So I want to see how they respond because I don't think Kovacic is
Mm.
like the right the right player, able to add, able into that system because they still. Gundogan scored a lot of goals, an important goal. I've never seen Kovacic score an important goal that means something. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen him score like so. I do understand the Paqueta links, but I still have them. I think they might to make four in a row. Yeah, but so I think I have Man City as my number one as well this season.
Yeah.
So who do you have as your number one, Posayam?
I have Arsenal, fit.
Okay.
Clean.
Yep.
I have Arsenal.
Uh-huh.
Besides that, they're my team. But I feel like this is a season. I feel like every season we get to learn about this Arsenal team. Every season, I think the players get to learn a lot about themselves and each other. Yeah, but sorry. Um, Remember when we were fighting for top four in the All or Nothing documentary, and we actually bottled top four that season. We bottled something that season. Yeah, but
Yeah.
um, the players the players went home and ended the season. Thought about the new season. Thought about what happened in the previous season. New season came, top four, easy, clean. We even fought for
True.
the title. Yeah, but we even fought for the title. Now we got the disappointment of not winning the title again last season, and I feel like that's gonna hit them really hard about missing out the title like in the last 5 games of the season. Yeah, bro. So I feel like and it's 1 year, one year older. The kids are starting to grow now. They're no longer kids or Saka, the Smith Rose,
Yeah, bro,
the
because
Martinelli.
for me, if it's in football, once you reach 23, bro, you've gained a lot of football experience, and also if you've been
Yeah,
playing regularly, like you learn the
mm,
game like very quickly, yeah, bro.
yeah,
So like what you're saying is true. Odegaard now is like is a man now. He's not becoming
the
a man. He's
man for
actually a
him.
man as a
Yeah, bro.
captain, you know.
And they have to
So
learn. And
yeah,
I feel like they've learned it. I think they'll go into this season with excitement. I feel like they'll know what's up. That they'll know that going against City means you have to go from game one until game 38 of the season. You can't just think when you lead 8 by 8 points in the last 5 games of the season you're gonna win or
we
anything
can
like that.
draw.
They must know that the league title is a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, bro. So I really feel like with
It
the experience of who Declan Rice being added into the team, I think our backline as well, our defense is very solid. I think our defensive depth as well is very solid. No matter who you take out in the team and you put in, I feel like we're going to play the same way, the same high line that we normally used to play. Obviously, Holding last year, like we know what happened with Holding in the last few games of the season, you know? So I really feel like we're going to go for it this season. And I hear people saying we should sign a striker and all of that. I feel like a striker is not really a number one priority for us now because last season we scored more goals in the Premier League than we've ever scored in other seasons as well. Yeah, well, I feel like at the back was what cost us. So, Salih, I'm not saying we lost the league because of Salih, but then our defensive work wasn't up to high standards that we set for the whole season. It was ended up like conceding goals, and I think we conceded like five less than Chelsea in the whole season, and that's if you want to win the league title, you probably have to tighten up at the back fit. So I really feel like we just have to bid in Declan Rice, Havertz, and the Timbers now, and I feel like we're not done buying as well.
Yeah,
So I really feel like we can go for it this season.
I think team like even the big like you say, you're not done buying, but I think yeah, big teams we're still gonna see some shockers, bro,
Mm,
in the window, like and like maybe after the second game week or the first game week. So yeah,
mm,
but yeah, dog. Like Timber really hurt me when you signed him because I knew the play, like I knew the player that you were buying, bro. Like, cause like, I do watch like Ajax on ESPN, like
mm.
so. Like it really hurt me because, and also then like he's such a good player, bro. Like he can play
Yeah, yeah.
across across the four and the back. He's a great player fit, and like with like the play, and he plays your style of football. Ajax, not your style of football like as in carbon copy, but like he'll
Yeah,
fit
yeah.
in
Mm,
within maybe 2 months. He's already will become acclimatized because on the ball
mm.
he's just like Lissandro Martinez, bro. Very, and
Yeah,
he's also a
it's class.
calming presence, bro. Yeah, he's very class. That's like total football. I'm not gonna say shout out to you, Johan Cruyff, because you know my feeling with Johan Cruyff. But my second place, bro. I'm choosing like here it's heart versus mind here, ne?
Mm,
So like my mind is saying Arsenal because of okay Declan Rice and the Timbers and the quality you have as a squad now, yeah, and
yeah.
what Arteta did last season, because like I don't see Arsenal falling out of the top four. It'll be a catastrophic injuries or Arteta
Yeah,
being
yeah.
fired or something like that that cost you guys top four. But I'm saying when now the heart comes in and I'm saying, nah, man, I can't say my team's gonna finish third again or fourth. Yeah, both. So and also just based off what we done, bro. Like we still
Mm,
last season. Remember I said last season and you guys laughed at me. I said, bro, Man United don't have bad players. They were just in a bad moment last season. It was just terrible. Something was just like
mm.
it was bad vibes at the club. Ten Hag is getting rid of those bad. He got rid of those bad vibes at the start. We lost even last season. We lost a couple of games at the start. So now it's us. Now it's time for us to actually grow now and do better. Yeah, bro. As a club,
Mm.
this is fair too. We just saw Man City. Like I said, we just saw Man City win the treble, bro. Like this thing
Yeah,
must eat the Luke Shaws. It must eat Rashford, who's never won a Premier League title. Those guys haven't won Premier League titles, bro. It's been years since we. It's been like what
yeah.
10 years now. Yeah, that Man United won a league. So like it's time that we actually challenge, bro, and mount a challenge that doesn't end in February or March, but it ends maybe
Yeah.
like in the last parts, yeah, bro. And
Mm.
we like last season, fit we didn't have a striker. Martial was always injured. Rashford carried the load, yeah, bro. So with now
Mm.
with Højlund, everyone's laughing at him, saying, "Oh no, but he only scored 9 goals or 7 goals in Serie A." But Ten Hag's profiled this player. He said he's a young lad who's got an eye for goal. Movement is
Mm.
very good. I haven't really seen him play. I didn't really watch Atalanta in Serie A like that, yeah, bro. But like I trust the manager based on the players that he's brought in as well. And I think Anthony's going to do better. I'm not saying he's going to be scoring goals like Martinelli. He's not that type of
Yeah.
winger, yeah, bro. But I think he's going to via production. He has to do better, yeah, bro. He
Ah,
has to do
yes.
better.
Yes.
He has to do better. Bruno will still be Bruno. Casemiro's Casemiro. So like the base is there, bro. Like I don't like my right back, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like them both of them that much. But I'm just saying like this the squad, the team is there to do better than we did last season.
Mm.
So it's also heart and mind, and I'm putting my heart above my mind. So I'm saying it's gonna be us, then Arsenal at number three, yeah, bro. So
Yeah.
who's your number three? Who's your number three, bro?
Number three or two.
No,
Oh,
you can look.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah, say your two and three. Yeah,
okay, my two and three. Number two, I'll be quick with number two. Number two is Man City.
we
Um,
know why.
they've lost Gundogan, Mahrez. I'm not saying Man City is going to be weak all of a sudden. Because City are still City. The starting lineup can do damage to a lot of teams. Understand? Even the depth as well that they have in the team. Kovacic might be a good signing for them. I feel like. I feel like he'll score a lot of goals actually for Man City in that number eight position that Gundogan used to play. Um, Looks like they're going to sign Paqueta as well. Let's see if they give the 85 million that West Ham wants. With
Excuse me.
Vardiol at the back, the new centre back from Croatia. Solid signing for them. I think that I think City and Arsenal, in terms of depth of their defense, is I think they're the top two in the league. So yes, Haaland will score goals, but I'm caught in between two minds. I feel. One, the reason I'm saying City will be second is like they've won it all last season.
Mm.
Obviously, Pep will never allow them to switch off. Pep will always go for another trophy, like keep on going. And also
But you're
two,
saying that the hunger might not be there really, like the same hunger.
yeah, but at the
Uh-huh.
same time, they might want to go for fourth Premier League title in a row, yeah, but because it's never been done before. So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
might
yeah,
even like
definitely.
spark that hunger back in them, yeah. But so I'm caught in between the two, yeah, but I still feel like we'll just have just enough for City to
Even
for us
you,
to
you
beat South
saying
City.
for you, even you saying heart, Arsenal number one, and mine City. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Is that one?
Um,
So who's
yeah.
your number three then, bro?
I have Liverpool fit. I have Liverpool.
Okay.
I feel like Liverpool's just gonna be in Liverpool the way they're playing now. I feel like they'll just have to outscore any other team because defensively they're not quite as solid as before they were. Yeah, bro. I feel like they'll just have to blow teams out of the water, score 4 goals early, and then
They
that's it.
definitely they definitely can blow out team out the water, but like they can score seven even. They can do it to us
Yeah.
even
Mm,
tomorrow. Yeah, but
yeah,
like it's
and
just
that's
a
what I'm saying.
defensive thing.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. They'll just have to outscore teams. That's all because they look like they're doing quite well, like in front. The front three is still quite brilliant. Diaz, Nunes, Salah. Then you have the addition of McAllister and Szoboszlai, and still have Thiago there as well. If they can just get a number six, obviously defensively as well. But I feel like
But
this season Liverpool might be back in the Champions
it's a yeah, like I said, like I said, Klopp's got a lot to prove, ne?
League.
But like I don't have them as my number three. So like Arsenal's my number three, yeah, but I don't think
Mm,
Arsenal's gonna miss out on us, and I've said why. So
yeah,
okay, you said Arsenal, City,
Liverpool.
and the pool. I say
Yeah.
City, United, Arsenal. So number four is who then, bro? You saying we're missing out?
Uh, Now I think United. I think you guys are
Okay,
finishing
so
fourth.
okay, my fourth is Pool. because, like I said, they can't afford to miss out on top four.
Mm.
Newcastle can, in a sense, yeah, but they might just make European football again, just for their project, yeah, that
Yeah,
they
yeah,
building with the
yeah.
Saudi ownership, to still be a success, yeah,
Mm.
maybe then Eddie Howe might have to win like a Carabao or something, just to show that
Mm.
I'm winning something, yeah, bro. But
Yeah,
like for this season, since they, bro, no one expected Newcastle to make top four last season. I don't even think we in
yeah,
our
yeah.
wildest dreams we expected it. So
And
I
almost
have
made third.
like, yeah, I feel like because of the fact that Poole missed out on top four and and it was an embarrassing season. I don't care what Liverpool
Mm.
fan, it was embarrassing like
Yeah,
last season, yeah, bro. Arsenal, United finished above them. They lost, I don't know how many games they lost, to teams that they
yeah.
lost to. So like, yeah, I think, yeah. No, I've got Pool at number four. You say United at number four.
Mm.
Okay, so it's basically the same top. We have the same top four, but in a different
Yeah,
order,
no,
yeah,
they
bro.
just hammered up.
But yeah, legend. We know that nowadays the top four. We don't speak about top fours now in the Premier League. But and I also heard something about like with the new Champions League field. I don't know how true this is. I think it is true because I read up on it, yeah, bro.
Mm.
I think the Premier League is getting number five is getting based on your
Yeah.
coefficiency. You're getting
Mm.
into the Champions League, yeah, bro.
I also heard that.
So so who's I think my number five, yeah, Brad. It's Newcastle fair to my number five actually. It's Newcastle. Who's your
I
number
think so.
five?
I have
Yeah.
Chelsea actually.
Okay, let me
I've,
tell you why Newcastle, ne?
mm.
The window's not done yet.
Mm.
The window's not done. I still do feel like they need creativity um, in the central area of the park, yeah, bro. Maybe get a number
Yeah.
10 in, like a prototype number 10, yeah, bro. Like I felt like they're missing out on Madison. It's not like they missed out on Madison, but they need a profile like Madison who can
Mm.
play centrally, but also on the left or if you're left-footed on the right and create, yeah, bro. So I
Yeah.
feel like they're just missing that because they still got we can't discount Joe Linton and Willock, bro. Those are good players, legend. Those are Champions League
Yeah.
quality
Yeah.
players now. You can't discount
Yeah.
them. They've signed to Ona. They've signed Tonali. Sorry, they signed Tonali and they
Mm.
signed Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes,
All the fun.
he didn't have the greatest season last season, but he still scored goals from out wide. Yeah, bro. So I feel like Newcastle, they didn't get worse. They didn't lose any players that they can cry about. But like I do feel like they need a partner for who's this I forget the Dutch defender. Him,
Botman.
yeah, bro.
Ben
Yeah,
Botman.
yeah. I don't think you can go into the Champions League respectfully with Shaw, yeah, bro, or Lascelles. So I feel like they
Lascelles.
need a
Yeah.
centre back. They need a centre back in. Their forward line is good, bruh. People, I see people crying about them selling Saint Maximin to Saudi, but Saint Maximin wasn't. He was just a street won't forget player, bruh. He didn't have the
Yeah.
production. The production wasn't there. So with
The next man
them
was
get
actually like a role player, just a squad player last
yeah,
season.
so them getting Harvey Barnes, then they can also play Isak from out wide and have Connor Wilson who knows the net. You know he knows the net, legend Connor Wilson.
Yeah.
It's fine, but I feel like for them their window is not done yet. I think they're still gonna surprise us on who they get. So that's why I have them at my number five. Why do you have Chelsea at number five, Brazil?
Um. Firstly, I have
Okay,
Chelsea.
okay,
5 and 6
yeah,
is Chelsea, Newcastle. Number
okay,
5 is Chelsea. Newcastle's number 6. The reason why I have those two where they are is because I feel like Chelsea, with no European football, just league football to focus on, I think they'll do quite well. I think they won't have enough to make top four. Or if Champions League they're really going to number 5, then I feel like they're going to get the number 5 spot, yeah, well, only
mm,
because Newcastle still have to adapt to playing European football on a Wednesday or Tuesday night, and then playing league football on Saturday and Sunday afternoon. Yeah, bro. You still have to manage that because you saw last year, okay, you lost 2 years ago. Those teams can really struggle with playing 2 games in 1 week because they're not
yeah,
used to
even
going to
even
like
even
stages
like
the
even
following.
like a Leicester when they played like Europe like a Europa League, and we don't know about
Yeah.
Brighton now. Aston
Mm.
Villa, for
So
instance.
we'll see how they do. We'll see how they do in Europe. Yeah, bro. And I feel like in
Mm,
Chelsea as well, those players, I think they're adapting quite quickly to how Pochettino wants to play. Um, they've had some interesting games this preseason, some interesting movements on and off the ball, and I feel like there's some players who will be able to shine in the Chelsea team, especially when Pochettino is so good at working with young players. Yeah, but and the Chelsea one season, I mean, one tournament Chelsea, you can one, what can I call it? Those
Game
European
one game
football
a week,
Chelsea.
one
Yeah,
game a
one
week,
tournament
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yes, thank you. They're quite dangerous. Yeah, but I'm not saying
The
they're
only
enough for top four, but yeah.
The only the only reason why I don't have Chelsea in my top four or Chelsea at five in that questionable Champions League place, yeah, bro,
Mm,
is because of the quality of squad that they have right now. I
mm,
don't think any Chelsea fans I don't think any Chelsea fan can say this is a Champions League squad right
yeah,
now that we have right
yeah.
now. The window's not done, but
Mm,
like I know they're not. Caicedo must still come in if he does come in, yeah, bro.
yeah.
And then you must still supplement with a striker. But if you compare that Chelsea team that was under Conte, yeah, bro, they played
Mm,
one game a week as well. They didn't have European football. They still
yeah,
had they had gotten N'Golo Kante. They had Fabregas. Which
yeah.
is these are players. These are players of
Top.
profile, yeah, bro. They
Yeah.
have profile. Their defense. Well, they'll probably do very well defensively this season again.
Mm,
I don't see them dropping because they did well last season. But like, bro, you
yeah,
still have Mudryk who didn't score a single Premier League goal last
yeah.
season. I'm not saying he's gonna score. He's not gonna score, but I don't know how much he's gonna score. Jackson from the
Yeah.
preseason games, he looks like a good player. But I mean, it,
Imi,
Newcastle has
sorry, Imi, Palitango.
yeah.
Continue.
Um, Isak has Newcastle have Isak. United have they've got Rashford and maybe this Højlund kid now for the goal scoring load. Pool has you
Mm,
already know who they have. Arsenal have
yeah.
Saka. They've got Martinelli. They've got Odegaard. They've got the load
Mm,
is shared there. City have got Haaland. So like there's a lot of questions that I have of Chelsea, Abo, right
mm,
now. There's a lot of questions I have of Chelsea, and the only player of real quality apart from the back is he's got good players, yeah, bro.
yeah.
Is Enzo, very good player, and Nkunku. Other than that, bro, like Sterling,
And
I love
Kunku is out
Sterling.
of and Kunku is out of December now.
Yeah,
Also,
ball away, Leo Field. So now you're
so
gonna have
I
to
feel
play.
like Casado deal might be very vital. They have to get
Yeah.
Casado over the line.
So, and also, fair to we must realize that like this Chelsea team is not the old Chelsea under Roman, so we don't know like if it's gonna be really like if the ownership's gonna be brutal. Okay,
Yeah.
they
But
sacked three
I mean,
managers last season.
what?
They made questionable decisions, yeah, boy, in the hiring. So I don't
Mm,
know, bro. Like me, even if they finish sixth, bro, it's still an improvement from what from the
a big
seventh. Like
improvement for him. The
on
guys
social
finished
media,
18th.
yeah, on social media, I always say they finished 19th, but they finished like
They
12th or
finished
whatever. It's like,
17th, my nigga. And
yeah.
we all
So
lie.
it's like,
Wait, me saying, excuse me, continue.
yeah. So I'm saying like for them to jump from 12th place, bro, they didn't
Yeah.
finish in the top. I didn't, when you look at the top of the
Yeah,
league,
we
you didn't
couldn't
see
see.
them last season. You didn't see,
Yeah.
you only saw them because ESPN maybe put them in there, yeah, bro.
Mm,
But like you didn't see them. So even from or us saying they're gonna finish
yeah.
above Brighton and Aston Villa, it's still good, bro. You understand what I'm
Still
trying to
good.
say? And
More than
and
good,
it's not.
actually.
I hate Chelsea, but I'm not hating. Like I could have really hated and said they're gonna finish like 10th, you know.
You say you should be negative once again, Olayam.
Have to be after the first game week if they're losing. I'm gonna be on my. I won't stop, bro.
I was watching Chelsea like at work. Yeah, but also I have the screen above my computer. But like, I was watching it. I was like, who are these players? Fit? I've never seen these players
Yeah.
before. Like, who are those players?
In my head, whenever the Here We Goes and the Fabrizios come of the world come in, I always think of Legend. It's like Legend is just sitting like this. It's like, do Chelsea want to be like Salzburg? There's not even Leipzig, bro. It's like Salzburg, you know?
Salzburg, exactly. It's not even because
Yeah.
at least Leipzig, yeah, but they get players from Salzburg. But I feel like go Chelsea, they
Chelsea, are-
telling
Chelsea
Salzburg.
are getting them. Chelsea are getting them the players
Fresh,
from birth, bro. They're
yeah,
getting them
dog,
from birth,
fresh
bro.
from
They're
non-league
getting
football, dog.
but you know what? Like if what they're doing does work, then we as a Premier
2030,
League community, yeah, we must get scared because they're getting very good, yeah, Brazilian
2030.
talent.
But like, that time
Yeah,
we've already won three Premier League titles and two Champions Leagues.
yeah. So legend, bro. So we gave our top six, and also I wanted us to our top six prediction. This is the top six. Chelsea are still the top six team, but they're not
Mm.
a big six team anymore.
Yeah.
They're not. Oh no
And
no.
people should
No
and
no
people
no.
should know
Sorry,
that. Yeah.
I confused myself. Chelsea are not a top six club. They're a big six team. They're not a top
Yeah.
six club anymore.
The big
And
yeah.
Spurs are not a big six team. They are they're not even top six or big six. 'Cause
Yeah,
Newcastle's
they're not
that
a big
team
team.
now.
They're not a big
Yeah,
team at all. Yeah, well,
yeah.
and
So
people should also be aware, or can you know that our prediction is only going according to what is currently
we
going
see
on
right
right
now.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
so
no,
whoever the teams have this spot,
we still sticking to it though. I'm still sticking to it.
yeah, I'm
This
sticking.
the
Definitely, I'm sticking to mine, fit. I'm sticking to
yeah.
mine, definitely.
And who's your top scorer this year? I think yeah, I know, bro. Top scorer is still gonna be Haaland, bro. I
Fakarani
still
says
think
Harvard,
or Hoyland. It's Haaland,
Willian,
Havertz, Hoyland. Yeah, well, it's
yeah,
those like funny
but I
names.
still
Yeah,
think
no,
it's so Haaland, though.
yeah, I still think it's gonna be Haaland. But
I
you
think,
know what, Fit? You know what, Fit? With Haaland, Fit, like just from what I saw from Saliba and in the games where Champions League final as well, and in the games
mm,
where he was closed down, Haaland must play facing the back. You know, like a target. You must make him a target
yeah,
man,
target
basically.
man,
Don't
yeah.
make him. Don't give him a chance to even turn you,
Don't let
or
him
even to
turn.
don't
Don't
let
let
him
him turn.
turn because
Or once he has that space behind the defense, or can you and you let him turn, it's
mm,
over. Yeah, well, it's over. So
yeah.
we always have to be tight with Haaland, like very tight. Yeah, well,
Nah,
because he can't play.
something has to be done about Man City this season, and this is the
He
season
can't.
where
He
it
can't
must.
play with his back facing the goals. Fede Haaland. That's what I've
Yeah,
noticed. He's not really a
yeah.
target man, even though.
Like it hurt my soul losing the FA Cup, bro. Just going back because like we didn't play badly. It was they didn't dominate that way. They had
Uh,
the more clearer chances, right? We missed one with Garnacho, which could have
mm,
should have went in, but like it was a good final fair to. But like it hurt my soul because like normally when City beat you, they beat you convincingly, and you're like,
yeah,
I
they
the
make
better team
sure.
won
It's
here.
not like they
Yeah,
say, okay, we have 2 goals. Okay, let's just. Those guys they go
yeah,
for more goals and more goals and more goals. Fede.
yeah.
So
Also,
that's what
yeah, bro.
that's
Like
what you're up against, Fede.
yeah, so now the gauntlet now is on us. City's like here, and then us as the challenging teams are here. It's up to us now to prove that we can close that gap and get
Yeah,
over them, you know?
we have to.
So
We
yeah,
have to go.
and Legend, the first so we said top scorer, yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
think the other predictions we'll just put them on our timeline,
yeah,
bro. The back three space. I think yeah, because we've been speaking for quite a lot. We want to wrap it up now.
yeah.
Um, also want to say shout out. We also want to say shout out to Usgoos. Let me just run through Usgoos' top four
So,
real quick.
yeah.
It made me laugh. His top four. It made me angry actually. So he said he said his top six is Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, Man United, and Liverpool. That's his top six. You know what, Scoos? I want to and Scoos is our third member. The other co-host is not here at the moment because of other arrangement that he had. I want to say, don't put United in the top six then if that's your top six, bro. Don't put us in. I'm mad at you.
The guy,
Don't.
he,
I don't want to be in
he
your.
has, he has RB Chelsea finishing second. Are you mad, bruh?
I don't want to be in your top six, bro. But yeah, if you, um, yeah, the
Bottom
big
three,
game of
quick.
the week.
Bottom three,
Yeah,
quick.
the bottom three quick.
Yeah.
In no order. Luton. Nah. Luton. In no order. Luton. Yeah, because Luton, hey, I don't know what they did, bro. I don't even know who they bought Chong. They bought Chong from Man United, like academy
Yeah.
product from Birmingham, and I don't know
Uh,
who else they bought. Sheffield was
yeah.
going down, and Wolves. Time for Wolves to go down.
You
That's my
think so?
shocking surprise. There's always like
Uh,
last season. I remember you said the same teams they went up are gonna go back down,
so
but I
down.
think yeah, I know Wolves. It's a toss up between Wolves and Nottingham Forest. That's the teams I think is
Nah.
gonna go down. Yeah. What
I'm
about you,
going for
bro?
definitely Luton, straight back to the underground. Sheffield, straight back to the underground. And I think I- I'll go for Everton.
Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't, bro. Yeah. As a club, Everton's got so much to prove this season as well. Because I think
You,
next season they moved into the new stadium.
yeah.
So imagine now they move to a new stadium in the underground, bro. That will be,
Imagine, dog.
um, yeah, that would be a catastrophic. So yeah, I don't have them going down. I think they have to do better. They can't be like with the Everton of the past.
Well, they're not buying players.
Yeah, they're not buying players, bro. But also, Burnley, I don't think Burnley's gonna go down because of the style of football they play now with under company, yeah, bro. And
But
they're
you know, all the
getting,
teams there, those in the Premier League, no? I think they might just stay up. I think they'll have enough to stay up.
yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
to
I
now
said no.
also the South African striker as well.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
so so yeah, legend. The big game this week is Pool versus Chelsea. I see
Mm.
you guys are playing Nottingham Forest. We playing Wolves.
Yeah.
Um,
So they're playing Burnley on
City,
Friday.
yeah, City Burnley at what's that? What's the name? Turf
Just
Moor.
more.
Yeah, Turf Moor.
Mm.
I almost said
Yeah.
Turf Loop. Shout out Skim Sam. But yeah, those are like some of the games. I'll just run through the other ones as well. Let me just run through the other ones quickly. I'm just looking
Yeah.
online. Fulham, Everton, Brighton, Luton, Bournemouth, West Ham, Pool. Oh wait, yeah, Pool are playing Chelsea. Sorry.
Yeah.
Brentford Spurs, Newcastle Villa. I think that the two games that are like that is the two teams in European football. It's Villa and Newcastle because
Newcastle,
Emery
yeah.
and Emery and Eddie Howe, bro. Those it's good quality managers playing
Yeah,
against each other, fair
and
to
they fought well.
Ev-
Aston Villa
Villa
as well. Yeah, well.
and Newcastle played well. Yeah,
Newcastle, yeah.
and also we will definitely be watching on Sunday if load shedding is not happening. Chelsea versus Pool. Whoever loses, I banter. Whoever, whoever
Either
loses, I
way,
banter.
banter tough,
Either way,
and you're very
having
negative.
but fair to like, it's crazy because like I'm playing on Monday. I'm capping it all off. So like I need all my ops and enemies will be watching.
Even,
And
even,
Wolves
even your
also.
banter has to be limited, man. Your
Yeah, it's
banter has
not
to be
really.
limited because Monday,
I
yeah,
sp-
it might be scary for you.
Yeah, and also they Lopetegui, bro, is not there anymore. I
Yeah,
think he's not. He chose he chose to leave to leave Wolves, and I think
mm,
Wolves, bro, they're not moving like Wolves anymore, like of the past where they buy
they're
Portuguese
not.
players or just buying players. They didn't buy. They only bought Doherty this season that I saw, bro. Only Doherty, bro.
Yeah, and what else did they buy, man? Uh, yeah, it's Doherty actually.
Yeah, so no one else, bro. So I think Lopetegui, if you're looking at it from like a man, like how we speak on football, he's
Mm,
looking at it from like a lack of investment from the team.
yeah,
And he's like, nah, I'm out, bro. I can't. Like, this is my reputation here, yeah, bro. I can go
nah,
to La Liga, maybe
it,
manage
and
Valencia
I
or
and I
whatever.
feel like Wolves won't be the go-to team for Portuguese players anymore. Fit. I think that era is
Yeah.
like well and truly over. Yeah,
I
bro.
think they're getting Gary O'Neill now, bro, who was the Bournemouth manager. Even there, we didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't get why he left. He did a very good job. But yeah,
they could,
there's a lot
they,
of so new managers. This in the Premier League is I don't know how you say that. The Spurs manager Ainge, he won a lot at Celtic. Obviously, Celtic is a
yeah.
big team there. It's I think Gary O'Neill now at sorry at
Obviously, it's not confirmed. So
yeah, which is I think it's going to be confirmed. And then I
Pochettino,
don't know
you,
the Pochettino and the Bournemouth manager Odriola or something like that. Yeah, bro.
yeah.
So yeah, legend, bro. Premier League's back, bro. What you
Now
want to
we're
say
back.
before we cap it off?
I just want to say, guys, we asked you guys to keep on supporting us, and also as well, the reason why we didn't like really close off the season last season is because, as you grow up, you get busy and you get your own like things to do, and we couldn't really get time to close off the season quite well as we would have liked. But then, yeah, I think just stick with us,
Yeah, we back
subscribe
now,
as
baby.
well. We back, we
Subscribe.
back.
Yeah, and in the hopefully like in South Africa because we do have watchers from other parts of the world. We're having like a transport strike which is like basically affected our roads. It's not quite safe to drive, which is why we're doing the COVID digital thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But like hopefully by next week we will be together talking our talk via football. So from the
yeah.
back three, please subscribe or carry on subscribing, carry on watching us. Love, eh?
Peace.
Wish I be leaning, I'll tell you. Wish I be leaning, I'll tell you. It's all. Wish I be leaning, I'll tell you. Wish I be, yeah. Wish I be leaning, I'll tell you. Wish I be leaning, I'll tell you.